everybody. Welcome to the Whiskey Weigh-In. This is, I almost restart that.
Whoops.
What was I going to say?
Two beards, two glasses, and on today's episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Whiskey Weigh-In. This is just two guys, two beards, two glasses of whiskey. And today we're going to be talking about something interesting for the podcast.
Something we've never done before.
Right. And my name is Brenton. This is Shay, by the way. We skipped that part. And
we haven't looked at it yet. Don't be cheating.
Yeah?
Don't be cheating.
You think I'm cheating over here?
Yeah, I haven't looked at it yet.
So we have this very important piece of paper to look at today. And it's filled with questions on the front and back. And on today's episode, it's going to be a little bit less about UFC, although we'll get to that at the end, and more about us. It's going to give you guys the chance to get to know me and get to know Shay, and honestly, to help us get to know each other a little bit more.
Hopefully. We don't even know what these questions are.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know. I don't even know what they are.
So what we did was we tasked my wife and his girlfriend with the
wow, thanks for introducing it like that. I'm definitely getting flack.
Oh man. I meant to say significant others, my bad.
It's okay.
Yeah, so there might be a little pressure for him to perform a certain action here at some point. We'll see, huh? But so we tasked our significant others with writing questions for us that we can answer on the podcast for you guys and for us to just kind of get to know each other a little better. So a little bit of backstory, and this is something I was going to mention upstairs, but decided to save it for down here.
Yeah, I don't know.
It wasn't very long after we met that we started the podcast. If you think
I guess
about
it really wasn't. I mean, I'm sure we had met like once before, and like, I think the first time we met was at the pool party. Maybe.
Yeah, we met and we had heard a lot about each other because
obviously
our significant others happen to be very good friends, probably best friends, and so they would say all the time to me, "Hey, you should go hang out with Shay. I think you guys really like each other. You probably have a lot in common and all these other things."
Yeah.
And I'm sure you were hearing the same stuff or something similar. And at some point we realized, oh, we both like the UFC. We can watch the fights together. And that's when we kind of started to get to know each other.
Right.
Yeah. And then before you know it, we start a podcast.
Yeah.
So really, we don't really know that much about each other other than what we've learned on the podcast and then just a small window beforehand. So
true.
This should be interesting.
You want to tell what everybody we're drinking?
Yeah. Let's start with that. So
I know you have something a little different than this right now, right?
No, I poured more of that.
So I know we started with the Wild Turkey American Honey. Yep. We moved to the Knob Creek back there.
Yes. That is, for you guys who can't see, Knob Creek, it's a single barrel reserve. Definitely not as sweet as the American Honey, the Wild Turkey American Honey. But it's 120 proof and packs a punch.
It does pack a punch. First of all, I was like, whoop! Yeah. And then now we're on the American Honey.
Yeah.
A little bit more smooth.
You just bought this today and look how far down.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to have to buy the next bottle.
No, it's okay. And I told him, I was like, man, I didn't even know we were doing a podcast. I was looking at the Maker's Mark and I was thinking, I kind of want the Maker's. And I was like, I just want something easy sipping tonight. If I would have known we were doing the podcast, I would have got the high dollar Maker. When I say high dollar, that's a joke for all you people that are whiskey experts out there.
You're snobs. Whiskey snobs. That's what he meant to say.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah. So our schedule's a little bit different. Shay's is like varying a little more than usual recently, and so we're just trying to go with the flow and figuring out what night we can do it. And we've been lucky to hit Monday nights recently, and so anyways, with us not being prepped for an MMA podcast, we decided let's get to know each other and let's help you all get to know us. And so, without further ado, I think we'll rip out these questions and see which ones we actually want to answer.
Okay. Oh, man. Yeah, go number one.
I'll hit you with the first one.
Okay.
And so Charlotte, my wife, Devin, his girlfriend, we don't really know who wrote which ones. We just know that they came up with these together. Let's start out with this side. This side seems like the easy side from what I just looked at.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything here.
All right, number one, what do you do for a living?
Okay, well, I'm just a CO up here in Morgantown. Not really, nothing too exciting. I don't do anything exciting, so it is what it is,
CO meaning
correctional officer.
Okay.
Yeah, and in prison. So
right.
Other than that, I don't do anything interesting.
Good job, dude. I am a GIS analyst at an engineering firm. 90% of people probably have no idea what that is.
I don't know what that means. People always ask me like, what do you do? And I'm like, he works with maps.
Yeah. That's a good way to summarize it, and probably the least interesting way to summarize it. But rather than take over the whole podcast, I'll just say that I do work with maps and manage spatial data and mobile applications and things like that. It's essentially taking the world on a screen and trying to make sense of it and sharing it with people, and keeping it all in a database.
So you work with maps.
We work with maps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we got the next question.
Yeah. We got to move to the next one because this will get dry really quick. Okay, number 2. Would you rather be the person to discover aliens or Bigfoot?
Oh, easy. Aliens. That's not even a question to me.
Yeah,
come on, that's aliens. That's aliens.
Aliens for me too. That was a softball.
That's an easy one.
Okay. Follow-up question. What would be the question I question you would ask your discovery? Hold on, can you read that?
What would be the question you ask?
What would you ask after your discovery? Is that what they're trying to say?
Oh, yeah.
I think they wrote that one a little quick.
Yeah. I guess what would you, I don't even know.
The first question you would ask
if you could communicate with?
Yeah, I guess so.
Or is it an outsider asking like you the question?
All right, so I guess maybe they guessed that we would say aliens. So what would be our first question
Devin
to
definitely
aliens,
knows
considering
aliens.
considering they might understand us?
Oh, perfect. How did you guys build the pyramids? That would be my question.
So you think they built them?
I think if they didn't build them, they definitely showed great in great detail how to do it.
Right.
Like that, my belief.
I would definitely ask, are you our enemy or not? I was watching a Rogan episode recently, and they're talking about Bob Lazar and getting into that stuff.
Yeah. Also, great episode.
Yeah, you watched it?
Oh, Bob Lazar?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, so what I would like to know is why are they hovering around our weapons facilities if they actually are, and trying to prove to us that, they're not scared.
Okay.
So, yeah, that'd probably be my question, something more along the lines of national security. All right, number 4, here's another softball. Favorite liqueur?
Well, I mean, it's whiskey for me, but I mean, like, are we going into detail? Because
pick a bottle. Pick a bottle that's probably one of your favorites.
This is tough. Now that's tough because obviously it's whiskey.
What do you drink the most often?
See, that's not fair either.
Yeah.
Because that wouldn't be my favorite. That's going to be what I can get a hold of the easiest.
What are you most likely to buy?
Man,
answer
You answer first because this might take me a second.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say Woodford Reserve just because that is the first bourbon that I really decided I like.
Man, I tell you what. I think I'm going to go Crown.
Crown?
Because...
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And I haven't found the Crown I don't like yet. I mean, I'm sure I would not like the salted caramel because I'm not really a caramel kind of guy. But I've been amazed with everything Crown I've had.
Yeah,
and I mean it's not too expensive. I know you whiskey snobs are laughing at that, but it's in price range if you want it. But if
yeah, that makes sense.
I'd go Crown.
All right, let's rattle through some of these. Next one's favorite beer.
This is easy for me. I got it on.
Samuel Adams.
Sammy. But then if I have to pick a specific Sammy, Portrocker, and it's only during the summer. And then if I can't pick a summer one, we'll go into the winter and we'll go Cold Snap.
Nice. I'm going to vary between 2. Kind of depends on the day. I really love Dos Equis Amber, but I also love this American brown ale called Country Boy Shotgun Wedding.
Oh, the shotgun boy, that'll knock you down.
Yeah,
it'll knock you down.
Yeah, they're really good. But if I'm just gonna go cheap, but good, I really love the Dasucky's Amber.
Okay.
All right, favorite fighter. I mean, your favorite fighter, Connor, right?
Yes, sir. That's an easy one.
Yeah,
that's a softball. That's Connor, the notorious one, baby.
Yeah. That's a good question. Historically or like fighting now?
Either. It has to be either, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
You could do either or. For me, it's Connor for both, but
Yeah. Like, it's really hard to go away from GSP. He's just such an all-around great guy and like one of the best fighters ever.
Right.
But there's so many other guys that I really like. Rashad Evans. I've always been a big fan of his. Rampage Jackson. Like, that whole era. I
figured you were going to say John Jones.
Forrest Griffin. Oh, no, definitely not John Jones.
So you just like John Jones to piss me off.
Oh, yeah. I just piss you off with him.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
I do like him, but not a lot.
Not as much as what you make it seem.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the next one?
Favorite sports team? Just pick one, any sport. Let's just go NBA.
Well, that's... Wait,
easy.
What's it say? Favorite sports team?
Only one sport. NFL.
I have to... Well, but if you go like that, if you just say my favorite sports team,
what's the team you're most passionate about?
WVU.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, WVU.
Okay. Yeah, for me,
WVU.
Philadelphia Eagles, NFL.
Yeah, I mean Eagles too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I actually forgot about that.
Yeah,
I knew you were a Sixers fan. I forgot that.
Yeah, I'm Philly everything professionally.
Yeah. My heart breaks the most when the Eagles lose.
My heart breaks the most when WVU football or basketball loses.
Oh, that's a rough life.
Next question.
I guess there's an argument either way there. Okay, karaoke song of choice.
This is a good one.
Yeah,
that's a really good. That's a Devin question. I
know mine easy.
What is it?
Ordinary People, John Legend, for sure.
Ooh, no, now see,
that song?
Yeah, John Legend. I mean, this is a tough one because you know what? The last song I sang on karaoke was Wagon Wheel.
Oh, that's good.
That's a good one, right?
Yeah.
That's a crowd. So the thing with karaoke, I don't know if y'all know this, but you got to play to the crowd.
Yeah.
Wagon Wheel is usually a pretty safe bet. I mean, Country Roads would have to be up there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, it just depends on your crowd. Might be Sweet Caroline.
We might have to break out the Cardiord mics and have a little karaoke on the podcast.
Man, I don't know what my pick would be. I mean, I think
whatever you pick, you got to sing a verse.
The safest pick would be Country Roads.
Okay, sing a verse.
No, I'm not singing a verse. Like, come on,
no, you got to sing it.
No, I can't do it.
Come on, man. Put your mouth up to the mic and sing a verse.
I just can't do it.
All right, moving on. So, if you could be any animal, what would you be and why?
Ooh.
Surprisingly, we've talked about this a lot at work.
I would say I haven't talked about that. This is I don't know.
Which is hilarious, but I already know that easily.
Okay, go ahead.
I would choose grizzly bear, and obviously one of the main reasons why is just like the masculine feel, but also like they just, whenever they rest, they actually get real rest and they just go out and get their own food. And it just doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of struggle in a grizzly bear's life, and everyone's intimidated by them, which I don't necessarily want to be intimidated by people,
right?
But I like to have that comfort and security of knowing there's not really much I have to worry about when I'm walking around the woods.
I think I got it.
All right.
This might shock. This is tough. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm running through a bunch of stuff like lion, tiger.
You really remind me of like
crocodile, alligator,
meerkat, maybe.
No, you know what I was gonna go, because this has to be one of the most athletic ones.
Squirrel,
a gazelle.
Gazelle.
I would like a gazelle. I mean, they're fast, right? I mean, they're super fast.
Yeah.
Give me a gazelle. I want to be fast.
Because you want to be fast.
I want to be fast.
Okay, yeah, grizzly because I want to be powerful. All right, cool. All right, we're getting to philosophy question.
Uh-oh.
Is the glass half full or half empty?
Half full for me all the time. I'm in too much of a good mood all the time. Everybody that knows me knows that like I'm not like a negative person. Like,
right.
I'm never in a bad mood.
Right.
I mean, I might be in a bad mood over sports, but about life in general, it's half full.
Yeah.
It's half full all the time for me.
Yeah, I've got the same response. I would say half full, and there's just no way for me to wrap my mind around how good my life is, and that's connected to spirituality, Jesus, things like that. I just feel like I have a lot of grace considering how broken I am, as a person. So half full, definitely.
Easy. Yeah, easy.
Okay. All right. Here's a softball question. Your life philosophy in one sentence.
I don't know if this is a softball.
Yeah, I know. That's a joke.
I
don't even know if anybody in the world could answer that.
Read it to me again.
Your life philosophy in one sentence. And it can't be a run-on sentence.
I don't even know how to go about this. So I'm going to have to let you take the lead because I honestly don't know. Right? I mean...
Yeah.
I don't even know where to go.
I mean, this is going to sound like a Bible answer, but I think the easiest way would be to narrow it down to 3 words and say love one another. So, I mean, I could make it one sentence and talk about the greatest commandment and the second greatest, love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and love one another. I feel like if you can do that, actually love, you got to do a little digging there to figure out, what love is. You don't just get by being nice. If you can love one another, that is a pretty good life. You
know what? You kind of inspired me.
Oh, yeah?
Treat others how you want to be treated.
Golden rule, huh? There you go.
That's a safe one to go with, right?
That's pretty good. Yeah.
That's a good one.
I wonder what they were expecting us to say.
Because I don't know. I mean, like, to throw us on the spot for something like that, that's kind of...
Yeah.
I might have to get on her about that one.
Yeah. She's probably thinking Shay would be like, drink another one.
Damn, I should have said that. I should have said that. All right, what's the next one?
All right. Actually, back to an easy question, for real easy question. Favorite music artist? I would go...
This isn't easy.
John Legend for me, for sure. If I go rap, Kid Cudi.
Whoa.
Yeah. Is that surprising?
That's the most underrated artist of our generation.
Yeah, I know. But I love him.
Wow, holy guacamole. This is going to sound so cliche, and I know people are going to be like, oh, look at this guy. I'd have to go Drake.
Really?
I have to go Drake.
Huh.
He doesn't miss. He just doesn't miss. I mean, whatever song he puts out, it's amazing. I mean, whatever album he puts out. I mean, I could just be like too much of a fan.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole point, though. He's your favorite.
Yeah, Drizzy. Has to be Drizzy.
Yeah. You know what? I'll just throw this in here, but I was late to the game in discovering Juice WRLD, unfortunately.
You know what? I just listened to Juice WRLD the other day. Like,
his new album. Yeah.
It wasn't that one. It was one of his... It was one before he died. Like I was listening to, I forget which one it was, but I was listening to Juice because somebody at work put me on, and I was like, you know what? I guess I need to listen because like I see a bunch of people always talking about him.
Yeah.
You can kind of hear the struggle in him too.
Yeah, he's very honest.
Yeah, you can. And as I was listening,
it's not manufactured for the sake of art. It's real, and that's what kills you the most. If you listen to his most recent album that was released, obviously recordings that were saved after he had passed away. Mm-hmm. You hear all of his struggle and his addiction, and it's very honest and raw and real. But they would talk about that guy could freestyle for an hour straight, like he was. And see, that's the thing. I need to do phenomenon. Like he's amazing.
I need to definitely do more, like listening to Juice, and that's what I definitely need to do. I tell you what, I've been on a kick lately. Is for the OGs in here. I've been listening to a lot of Nas lately.
Oh, a lot
of Nas lately.
It's really hard to compete with 90s hip hop. Man,
Nas has been. I've been
early 2000s.
I was listening to some Jay-Z too, and everybody. I know there's always a big debate like Jay-Z, Nas, and give me Nas every day of the week. That's a freebie for y'all out of the questions. What we got next?
Yeah, yeah. No, just R&B. I was listening to Nelly the other day, and there's some just songs giving me goosebumps that I forgot about.
I can go all
you
day
remember
about
you just
this old
think
school.
about music, just like we'll probably have to do a whole episode on music. But, man, it always takes you back to the school bus, growing up.
Man, if we do an episode on music, I might have to get Deshaun up here.
Yes,
Deshaun, I tell you what, he'll definitely school us.
He's the expert, yeah.
He's one of the experts. You know what I mean? But yeah, I get Deshaun up here. I might have to tell him about this now.
Oh yeah,
he might be proud.
All right, easy one, real quick. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Dinner.
Yeah, dinner for me. I can skip breakfast and lunch. Sometimes I do, and I just eat 3,000 calories for dinner.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was on a normal schedule, I could easily do that. Now, I tell you what, like, my appetite has went down so much because I don't have a normal schedule. And, like, my body doesn't know when it wants to eat. And then it's just, like, it's really weird because just all of a sudden it's like, bam, I'm hungry.
Are you, like, an eat once a day kind of guy?
I wasn't. I mean, I can be.
Yeah.
But now, like, it's so weird because, like, where my schedule flip-flops, like, I eat randomly. Yeah. And so, like, I don't have a set schedule right now. And I'm not going to have a set schedule for, like, a year.
Are you eating because you have to, or because you enjoy the meal, or more because you have to?
Just because I have to. It's
what
just,
it sounds like.
It's just weird because, like I work right now. I work 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. Right. It's like the worst possible hours I can possibly work.
Right.
And I mean, yeah, you can say, like, oh, you can have dinner, at work, and yes and no. I mean, I have to have like a small. You know what I mean? Like a small dinner.
Right.
Because you can't I can't have like a 3-course meal at work.
Yeah, I feel like dragging around, falling asleep, all that stuff.
Yeah, you can't do that. And so then like I get home and it'll be like 1, 2 in the morning. I'm like starving.
Right.
And I'm like, ugh. Yeah. And then if I work midnights, I get home at like 8 in the morning and I'm starving.
Right.
And so I mean I'm so off the wall right now, but give me dinner.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoy dinner the most. Usually lunch I just put together whatever I can find.
But breakfast for dinner.
Yeah, breakfast for dinner is very good.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Easily dinner. Moving on. If you were given $1 million, how would you spend it? And if you don't get through all that, maybe what would be the first thing you buy? $1 million is really, I mean,
it's not that much, but
it's a lot for us, but I mean, it's not like, it's not what you would think of in, when we were little.
I think first and foremost, like, I think this has to be the answer for both of us. Pay off the house.
Yeah.
Right?
Pay off your house.
Right?
Yeah, that'd be
Number
easily
one.
The most responsible thing. That's definitely the biggest payment I have in my name for sure.
It's gotta be that. And like I know that like people probably don't know this about me. This is probably where me and you differ a lot. I'm a penny pincher. I don't spend money on anything. Like it's really
we're the opposite.
Just lately I've started collecting some stuff and I'm spending money on that.
Yeah.
And other than that, my whole life, like I've never spent money.
Yeah.
And even now, like it's still tough for me to spend money, but I do it a little bit more because I finally, have a job where I have that little bit to where I can do that. It's not like I'm not rich by any means, but like I can do it if I want to.
Right. Yeah. A little more spending money.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm the opposite on that. I have no problem with spending money.
That's why we have such a great setup.
Yeah. If anything, I have problem saving money. All right, cool.
Yeah, I would just say the house, and then I would personally save the rest. I know that's not the correct answer to go with this, but that's what I would do.
I honestly would do this. I would pay off our house and probably pay off our parents' houses.
Okay, that's a really good answer.
Our parents don't have like really expensive houses, right? So it's not like I'm being that generous whenever I say that.
Right.
But it would be something I'd feel like I'd have to do if I came into something like that. And then I would like to say save the rest, but I'd probably have
We'd have a new mic.
There being like another $300,000, I'd probably blow through pretty quick.
A new mic. I know that's what you want.
Oh yeah, that's only
that's only like $400. What do you mean?
Is that the one I sent you? The Shure SMB 7. I forget.
Something like that. Yeah.
But once you get that one, that's all you need.
Yeah.
Then we need a mixer board, and we wouldn't be able to do USB anymore. We'd have to do.
Got it all planned out
XLR,
already.
Yeah, but that'll be down the road when we can actually justify it, and you guys start telling your friends about our podcast.
Oh, shameless plug.
Okay, if money wasn't a factor, how would you choose to spend your time? That's a good question.
Shit.
I would be doing more stuff like this. I'd be doing more art and creative things, exercising my imagination. I would definitely be getting more rest, doing more exercise. These are all things that I think I would do. Obviously, I could get into a slump and become very lazy.
So basically, this question to me seems like if you were rich and didn't have a job, what would you be doing?
What would you be doing? Yeah.
So to me, I can tell you right off the bat what I would do is I'd probably get like the absolute nicest like RV and I would just travel. I would travel.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Yeah. Because then you'd always have something to do.
Yeah.
And a place to go.
And then like I would like in every state, like I would look up like the best foods. Boom.
Yeah.
Right there. That's easy.
Oh,
that's easy
great.
question.
That's great.
Easy one.
Yeah. I never heard anybody say that. All right, man, we're hammering through these questions. We got another 8 more.
Okay.
All right. Which of your personality traits do you wish you could change?
Oh, man.
Ooh, that's a good one. I'll let you go first.
So, to me, this is for me, this is a good but bad trait. This is a both, and I don't really know.
That's typically how it works, right?
Yeah, and I don't really know how you'd go about this. It's not that I don't care about things. I feel like even, I've heard this, that I'm almost too laid back.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
But I think that's also a positive.
It is, yeah, because you can balance someone out who is not.
Right. But like, so I mean, like, do I want to change that? Not really, but like, could I care about? I don't think I would change that.
That's situational.
I feel like it's.
Yeah.
You hit it.
Yeah.
You hit it. It's because like when it comes to like finances and stuff like that, I care. You know what I mean? Like I care about super important things, but when it's like smaller things that like, might not affect me, but like it would like irritate other people, it doesn't bother me. My saying, shout out to Max Holloway, I'd plug UFC. It is what it is.
Right.
It is what it is. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's just how I am.
Yeah.
It is what it is. That's just one of my slogans.
Right. Yeah, I've got probably a similar answer, but it's kind of really hard for me to think about it.
That's a tough question.
Yeah, it is because obviously we're both still in our 20s and we still have a lot of growing up to do.
Yeah, of course.
There's still a lot of things that we don't know. The really easy one is saying, "Oh, I wish I could be more self-disciplined and have a better body and care about my health more."
Ooh, that's a good one for me too.
Really, yeah. I mean, but that's like you almost shouldn't be able to say that.
I almost want to say I want to be more self-disciplined.
Yeah.
I would like to change my answer to that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'd like to work out more.
I'm definitely self-disciplined when it comes to work and academics. When it comes to my general health and well-being and taking care of myself, obviously. I'm a little bit too in love with the pleasures of life and eating food and having a good time and
I'm with you on that.
Stuff like that, which can be positive, but
like what we're doing right now.
Yeah, but outside of moderation, very dangerous, especially as you get older. So
correct. I would like to change my answer to that.
Yeah, yeah.
But then again, I don't.
Agree with that. Yeah,
because I want to enjoy all the pleasures of life.
Right.
All the guilty pleasures of life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's hit and miss for me. So I mean,
if we're talking traits, I would say
that's a trait there.
Self-discipline as a trait.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
I
mine.
Want that. Yep, that's mine. I'm changing mine to self-discipline because, like I said, I work 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. it's very hard for me to kind of get up early and get stuff accomplished before work because I have to.
Right. Yeah,
because I can't do anything after 12 a.m.
Your day's gone, yeah.
And like the other day, I got up and I was like, man, I got to mow the grass. And I was like, no, I'm not going to mow the grass. I put it off for 2 days.
Yeah.
Because I'm not used to, not mowing the grass. Like, they've threw some tough ones.
Yeah, they have.
So yeah, like I said, I've always ran in the evenings.
Right.
As growing up, teenagers to now, like I've ran in the evenings.
Yeah.
Worked out in the evenings, played basketball in the evenings.
It is
now
hard.
I have to do it of a morning.
Mm-hmm.
Have to, or else guess what? It doesn't get done. And I'm at work at like 7 p.m. thinking like,
right,
damn, why didn't I do anything today?
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it's always
self-discipline.
Yeah.
Yep. Give me that one. Give me that. And that sounds much worse than what it is because like I feel like we have self-discipline like
we do with other things.
With other things, yeah. But like when it comes to ourselves with like you said, like your health and stuff like that, we don't have it.
Yeah. It's almost more self-care. Could be even more specific than self-discipline because obviously we have self-discipline. We both, have degrees and things like that. We have good jobs. Our significant others are still with us, which is quite an accomplishment.
Even at our age, that's an accomplishment, which is sad to say, but it is true though.
We're celebrating 4 years of marriage, and it seems like we're probably going to celebrate 5. So that's a good
maybe.
Thing. So yeah, I guess that's enough for that question. But we could really spend a whole episode.
That's
on that.
Crazy. Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, really good, and they did a good job.
They did.
If you woke up tomorrow with no fear, what would you do first? Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Oh.
If you woke up with no fear, so there's many scenarios where fear protects you.
Yeah. The first thing that came to my mind, and I've never wanted to do this, was skydive.
That's the first thing that came to my mind too.
Really?
Yeah.
Was skydive.
Because I was thinking one of the scariest physical things that you could do is jumping out of a plane, right?
Yeah, it has to be, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's necessarily what it would be, but that was the first thing that came to my mind. Like my biggest, I don't know if this is a question or not, but this would have been a good question. I might just throw it on you. What's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear?
Yeah.
Probably being.
You're gonna laugh at mine because I can already tell yours is like.
Mine would be disease related, something that would like happen to me where it would inhibit me from being able to experience life in the same ways.
That's way better than mine, and it's just like, but if all y'all know Bam Margera, this is me. Snakes. Oh my god. That's my biggest fear is snakes. And that's what I was thinking, like when it came up is like, what would you do if you woke up without fear? And I'm like, would I get in a pit of snakes? Like that was like legitimately the first thing that went through my mind.
Would you face your biggest fear?
And I was thinking like, hell no, I wouldn't do that. But then it went to skydive.
Yeah.
Skydive would probably be mine just because like there's no way that you could offer me any amount of money to do it. Don't get me wrong, it's super cool and I love watching it. Or like even like Bridge Day here at the New River Gorge, super cool. Mm-hmm. Couldn't pay me enough money to do it.
Yeah, I don't know that there's anything right now that
I think Bridge Day would be my answer.
That would be your answer.
Yeah, because it's West Virginia related. That's super cool.
Probably it's more dangerous than skydiving, base jumping from a bridge.
Yeah. So I think that would be my answer.
Yeah, that's a good answer. I would probably do something similar to that. I can't really think of anything in life, and this is me just thinking off the top of my head. It's probably ignorance talking right now. I can't really think of anything in my life right now that fear is stopping me from doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, fear is not technically stopping me from doing anything, but it's just like when you look at like that extreme stuff, would you go out and do it? Like, would you go out and skydive now?
Yeah, probably not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it would have to be something like that.
Right.
Or like if I would probably, if I had no fear and unlimited funds, I would probably get a hold of somebody like Andy Stumpf and jump out of a plane in a squirrel suit and do that.
Oh,
that'd be amazing.
Okay, now that stuff's crazy.
Yeah.
I want to switch my answer to that, but I'm not. I'm going to stick with the West Virginia related. Go Mountaineers.
There you go. Bridge Day. Okay. If you were able to live to the age of 90 and retain either the mind or the body of a 30-year-old for the last 60 years of your life, which would you choose?
This is easy for me, and I'll tell you why. Me and Devin's always talked about this.
Yeah.
I think Alzheimer's is like the absolute worst thing. So if I can avoid getting that at any point in my life, so I'll take the mind.
Yeah.
Alzheimer's is like the worst. I mean, I don't want to go into it.
Yeah.
Give me the mind. Give me the
mind.
mind.
It's almost like you have to choose relationships over feeling good.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, because I hadn't even thought about Alzheimer's being a thing.
Yeah.
But if you don't have your mind, you could lose on relationships and be very lonely. So it's like, would you rather deal with like a very serious disease or cancer or pain, but still have people around you that you remember and can talk to?
Give me that.
Yeah.
Give me that. Is that what you're going with?
I was going to go with the body.
You are going to go with the body? Are you still going with the body? That's no problem.
My immediate thought wasn't losing or forgetting people, because I hadn't even thought about Alzheimer's. I was thinking I can feel good and I don't have to be smart or remember things as long as I feel good.
Right.
So a 30-year-old body is not the best
thing in the world. That's basically what we are,
it's a healthy 30-year-old body.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd probably be selfish and go with body.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And just play video games or something. Because, I mean, you're alone. It's sad, but most people who get older are alone already. You know what I mean? Unless you have a good family.
As far as significant other, yeah, I mean, as far, you have to have good kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I guess that one is almost situational, because if you put it like that, then yeah, it's like, who cares?
But if you have a 30-year-old body with a 90-year-old mind, you're going to live a lot longer with that mind. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still going with the mind.
Yeah.
I'm still going with the mind.
I got you. Yeah, it's kind of a tough question.
That's a good one. That's a weird one.
Because you also have like the maturity of a 30-year-old, and so people aren't going to really ask you for advice.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Oh, all right. This is a little personal. Maybe we won't go too long with it. We've already passed 30, 40 minutes. Okay. How have you changed in the last 5 years?
I can't even get into that.
You can't. Why?
No, I'm not doing it. No, sir. This is probably the one.
Let me start. I'll be a little more general, and then maybe you can think of something to say after I do it. So the last 5 years, that would put me at 22, which would put me at about senior year of college, right before I started my career, right around when I was finishing undergrad. I've unfortunately gained more weight. Personality wise, I would say I'm more laid back.
Okay.
And I think there's more skills and wisdom that I've acquired. I think that this would be a great question for them to answer, because they would probably know better than us, honestly.
She'd say the same thing I would.
All right. So
okay,
what
listen.
is it?
Okay, so I mean, so 5 years, right? Is what the question was. 5 years. That puts me at 21. I mean, come on, come on. What 21-year-old? I wasn't goal oriented. I was in college, but I can tell you right now, I didn't really care what I did with like my future. I really didn't. I mean, I was like, oh, I'm going to have a degree. I'm going to have a good job, and I didn't. That was the end of it. That was the end of the thought process.
Yeah, I was a lot more paranoid than you.
Yeah, I didn't care. I was like, I'm gonna have a degree. I'm gonna be fine. Which isn't the case at all. I mean, it took me forever to get a job. I didn't know that back then. I wasn't worried about that. I worked at like Target, and I was like living with my parents, so I was making good money for me. I didn't have bills. You know what I mean? So like,
right.
Don't get me wrong. I still understood money, but it wasn't like I understood like. I wasn't making a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't understand that process of it. I won't say I was in like a party stage, but because I really wasn't. I never went through that, but still, it wasn't. I wasn't goal oriented. Now it's like I kept moving up.
Yeah.
And now
so you've acquired more vision for your life.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good answer. I would say I've lost. I don't know. I'm thinking too much into this.
That's a tough question. That's a tough question.
coming out of high school and coming out of college, after 4 years, with the undergrad, I had very, very clear vision and 5-year plans. I almost had 2 5-year plans that went exactly how I thought they would go. Excuse me. Sorry. Let's cut that out. So like, obviously going into college, I was thinking I'll get my degree and marry Charlotte because, we'd been together since right after I graduated high school. Yeah. So easy, right? Maybe not easy, but, we did it. And then after that was, get a job, get married, and have a place of our own and get a dog and stuff like that. So we've done that. Now it's going to get to like a really hard part.
You want to leave it at that?
Yeah. We're talking about kids and we're talking about, if I don't take care of myself, what's at risk?
Right.
You know what I mean?
This is a whole different 5-year plan now.
Now it's like you really actually have to grow up.
That's a good point.
And there might be some older guys that are laughing at us because they still think we're so young, being in our late 20s. But it's never too late to start taking life seriously. In some ways,
right?
Not too seriously.
What we got next, man?
Yeah, good one.
That's a good question.
So, when was the last time you cried and why? Yeah, let's go.
Shit. Do you know?
Oh,
okay, go ahead, because I'm trying to think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty emotional,
and I'm not. That's what I'm saying. And I'm not at all.
Yeah, so I cried yesterday morning. And I have a really good reason why.
Either I'm gonna feel like a complete dick, or it's still gonna be funny.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So we're. So I don't want to get too personal because this is like revealing some of my friends' business, but I think I can stay general enough. So like I told you earlier before the podcast, we do house church on Sunday mornings.
Oh, see, I already feel like a dick.
And we watch the message together and all that.
Okay.
And I have 2 friends that are very awesome and they're like our closest friends and they live right next door.
Okay.
And they're about to get married. And
cool.
They're getting married. Is that good? Is that still recording? Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
They're getting married during a pandemic, and so they've had to not just plan, but replan a lot of things and pare down their wedding. And so there's been a really heavy adjustment of their expectations and stuff. And we've been with them through that. And so Sunday morning, it was brought up that we should like pray over them, and in the midst of like dealing with this stuff, in the midst of dealing with all this stuff, let's pray over them to encourage them and stuff like that. Obviously, nobody else raised their hand because the guy who asked someone else to pray was the only other guy in the room that would pray out loud. And so I raised my hand, and I didn't like full on cry, but because I had to hold it back because it wasn't about me, because I could really bring attention to myself if I were to really start crying. But in the middle of that prayer, it was just very real and kind of heavy, and I felt the emotion in it, and I almost started crying in front of everybody. So, I got tears in my eyes, and I was able to wipe them away real quick, but I feel like it still counts.
So, I mean, I feel like me, and this doesn't even, I don't even feel like it counts because I didn't cry. It's just like I was getting like choked up, like close to doing it. You can have more. You can have more. All right. I was getting choked up close to doing it. I don't know. I'm just not really emotional like that. It's just me. I don't know what it is.
It's not a bad thing.
It was at my best friend Cam's wedding.
Oh.
And I was doing the best man speech.
Oh, yeah.
And like during the speech, I was getting like I would have to stop.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was like,
right. Yeah.
And like that's really the last time I can remember. I mean, that's been over a year. It's been over a year for me. I mean, I don't know. That's just the way I am. It's not like.
No, it's not a bad thing. And I can go through seasons like that too for a while, as long as I don't watch any like really good movies. But the last one would be even like a more like traditional answer, but it was my grandfather's memorial because that all just happened too.
Man, I'm so glad that
So...
it wasn't that because I would have. I would have just walked off. I would have just walked off.
Oh, good questions. All right, last two. If you could wake up tomorrow having gained one quality or ability, what would it be? Quality or ability?
No, thank you. I'm not answering this one.
Well, I know what you're thinking. We're not talking about physical enhancements.
That what? No. What are you going with here?
You go first, brother.
Well, I was going to say invisibility.
I don't think they were looking for a superpower answer.
Oh.
I want to fly.
Read the question again.
If you could wake up tomorrow having one quality or ability, what would it be?
Oh, shit. I don't know. Oh, this has got to be easy, right?
Self-discipline.
I mean, yeah, you could go that route, but just give me more athleticism.
Yeah.
Just in general, just more athleticism.
Yeah, mine be health related too. Just go ahead and just fast forward that weight loss.
Right. So I mean, so that's easy, right?
Yeah, it's an easy one. Is there anything you consider absolutely unforgivable? There's actually two more questions left now. Absolutely unforgivable.
I feel like this. I feel like this is situational.
Yeah, my immediate answer would be no, but that's more connected to like my religion and faith and stuff like that.
Let's take that out the picture.
But
I know you can't really do that, but let's just.
Yeah, it would be hard to actually forgive someone who like brutally murdered my brother or something like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good one.
So probably something like that.
Yeah. Okay. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I would never forgive someone for that.
Right.
Ever.
Yeah. Or it would just be, it would take a lifetime to be able to do it.
No.
You know?
No, that would never happen for me.
Yeah.
Never. I know that you're a little bit more stronger view on that than me, but personally, no. Never.
Yeah, it'd be hard for anyone.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
All right. Wow, way to take a turn right there. All right, last one. Oh, of course, the last one's like a really soft. Okay, what would be harder to give up, coffee or alcohol?
Oh, this doesn't apply to me. This is a question for you.
Yeah, coffee would be harder for me to give up for sure.
Really?
Yeah, I don't need alcohol.
But coffee would... But see, that doesn't make sense to me because coffee, you can get caffeine with other stuff.
Yeah, I just love it.
Okay.
Yeah, I just really love it.
I don't like coffee, so that question's not for me. So obviously that's his wife.
Oh, okay.
I hate coffee. I love the smell of coffee.
Yeah, so that's an easy one for you.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah.
Coffee. I give that up easy.
Yeah.
You want to go into the quick 2 UFC fights this weekend that I kind of wanted to get into?
Yeah, let's do it. So we got an upcoming card this weekend. It's on ESPN.
Yeah, just regular ESPN. You don't have to pay for anything.
Saturday night?
Saturday, yep.
Saturday night.
I think it starts at 8. The main card starts at 8.
So what are the two big fights?
2 big fights. So we have the main event of Whitaker and Till. Is that correct? Is that what I said?
Robert Whitaker.
Is that what I said?
Yeah, Robert Whitaker and Darren Till. Yeah.
Who would have thought those two would have been in the ring together? Because not me. Because you got to think Till last year was 170, moved up to 185. Who would have thought he'd be in the ring at middleweight? You know, he moved up. He's looking kind of good at 185. Whitaker's back. This is a tough one. This is a real tough one because I think Whitaker is a great fighter. Whitaker just gets injured too much.
Mm-hmm.
Gets injured too much. This is one of those fights like we've talked about in the previous podcast. This is a big fight for both of them. Yeah. Whitaker's coming off a loss to Izzy.
Mm-hmm.
Lost his belt. Till's always just like the UFC wants Till to be great.
Yeah.
He's a good person to market. And with that being said, give me Robert Whitaker. Give me Whitaker.
I like Darren Till.
I like Till too.
Yeah.
He has a good personality. I like Till. And he comes out to Sweet Caroline.
Yeah. Yeah. I just really like him.
So you're going Till?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
What, you think? You surprised I disagreed with you?
I mean, no. I mean, I just would have figured, you wouldn't go. I don't know. I'm not big on it.
What, am I less patriotic now?
No, Whitaker's Australian. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
So the next one we got Verdum and Gustafson. That's a tough one. This is a really good fight.
How old is Verdum?
He's got. I don't know his age, honestly. He's a little bit older for sure. This is a good fight. I think this shows what does Gus have left? Yeah. Because Gus, he's one of those people you almost have to feel sorry for, because he's been at the top of 205 his whole career.
Yeah. And
hasn't been able to beat like John Jones. You know what I mean? Like he hasn't been able to beat the champion.
Yeah.
And I think he's lost to DC too. Might have to fact check me on that one. You talk, and I'm going to do my research real quick.
Yeah. No, it's interesting. I don't really know a lot about either one of these fighters, but yeah. If you guys enjoyed the Q&A vibe here, we'll definitely do them, probably later down the road. But we'd love to have questions from you all
lost to DC.
Well. Lost to DC.
So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, Gus has been at the very top the whole time.
So it's kind of hard to lose, or it's kind of hard to gain motivation to climb back up there if you know
if you keep losing to the top dogs.
A certain defeat, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. This is a big fight for both of them. Give me Gus.
Okay. Yeah.
Give me Gus.
Yeah, I'll go Gus just because, he's a younger guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. Anything else? Do you got anything that cheers? We definitely skipped that.
You know what? Let's cheer those two for doing the questions. Have to, right?
Yeah. Cheers the significant others.
Jeez Louise, he's really just trying. Let me tell you what he's doing. He's just trying to get me in trouble. And that's why he started drinking early. Let's cheers to it.
Cheers to Devin and Charlotte.
That was for y'all.
All right. Hey, thanks for watching the Whiskey Weigh-In. Please like, follow, and share our podcast. We definitely want to connect with you all, so feel free to leave a comment, argue with us if you disagree, and let us know some of your answers to the questions.
I was about to say, please, if there's any specific ones, or if y'all know us and be like, y'all think you're calling bullshit, go ahead, because I think I answered all these truthfully.
No. I want to hear what Jack Danielson has to say.
Jack Danielson?
Oaks for praise.